Your brain is hoarding years of emotional garbage and treating old pain like a survival tool, and every self-help guru telling you to just let it go has clearly never met a human nervous system. Here's the weird truth. The past isn't living rent-free in your head. Your brain is literally paying it to stay. Today, we're evicting it. 8 habits. Real science, 0 toxic positivity. And habit number 8? It's the one therapists quietly use on themselves, but rarely tell you about. Let's go. Quick disclaimer, if you came here for manifest your trauma away energy, wrong channel, or going full neuroscience meets stand-up comedy, because the reason you can't stop replaying that thing you said in 2019 isn't weakness, it's a feature of your brain called the default mode network, and Harvard researchers found it's active nearly 47% of your waking life. Killingsworth and Gilbert, 2010, Science. Translation: half your life you're mentally time traveling, and mostly to the awkward parts. Cool. Cool. Habit 8. Name it to tame it. We're counting down because suspense is good for retention, and I read that somewhere. Habit 8. Label the feeling out loud. Sounds ridiculous, works absurdly well. UCLA neuroscientist Matthew Lieberman ran fMRI scans showing that simply naming an emotion, I feel anxious, I feel rejected, reduces amygdala activity and activates the right ventrolateral prefrontal cortex. In English, the panic alarm in your brain literally turns its volume down when you give the feeling a name tag. So next time your chest does that weird tight thing, don't fight it. Look it in the eye and go, "Oh, hi, shame. Didn't invite you. Weird that you're here." Your brain calms down because you stopped pretending the intruder isn't in the kitchen. Pro tip: get specific. I'm stressed does almost nothing. I'm humiliated and a little scared cuts amygdala activity dramatically. Vague feelings stay loud. Named ones shrink. Your brain hates ambiguity more than the truth. Habit 7. Expressive writing. Write it down for 15 minutes, then close the notebook. This isn't journaling girly aesthetic. This is the Pennebaker Protocol, developed by Dr. James Pennebaker at the University of Texas. In studies spanning 30 years, people who wrote about their worst emotional experiences for just 15 to 20 minutes a day, 4 days in a row, showed measurable improvements in immune function, fewer doctor's visits, and lower depression scores. The trick? You don't reread it, you don't perform it, you don't post it. You dump the emotional sludge onto paper, and your prefrontal cortex finally gets to organize the chaos your limbic system has been screaming about. Think of it as taking out the mental trash, except the trash is your ex's voicemail from 2021. Weird bonus, Pennebaker found that people who used more because, realize, and understand in their writing healed faster. Translation: narrating why it hurt beats just venting that it hurt. Be the narrator, not the victim. Habit 6. The body keeps the score, so move it. Move your body in a way that feels weird. Bessel van der Kolk's research, yes, the body keeps the score guy, shows trauma and stuck emotion are stored somatically, meaning in your body, not just your brain. A 2014 Harvard study on trauma-sensitive yoga found significant PTSD symptom reduction after just 10 weeks. But here's the quirky part. It doesn't have to be yoga. Shake your arms like a wet dog. Dance badly to a song from middle school. Stomp around your apartment. Why? Because animals literally tremble after stress to discharge cortisol. And somewhere along the way, humans decided that was undignified. Be undignified. Your nervous system will thank you. Your neighbors, less so. Try this tonight. Shake your hands and arms loosely for 60 seconds. That's it. It's called neurogenic tremoring, and it signals your vagus nerve that the threat is over. Your body has been waiting years for that memo. Habit 5. Controlled exposure to the memory. Revisit the memory on purpose for 90 seconds. This is counterintuitive, so stay with me. Neuroscientist Dr. Jill Bolt Taylor identified what she calls the 90-second rule. The biochemical lifespan of an emotion in your body is roughly 90 seconds. After that, you are choosing to keep it alive by re-engaging the thought loop. So, set a timer. Let the memory in. Feel it fully. Cry, cringe, grimace, whatever. At 90 seconds, you literally watch the chemical wave pass. Do this enough times, and a process called memory reconsolidation kicks in. Nader, Schaaf, and Ledoux, 2000, Nature. Every time you recall a memory while safe, your brain refiles it with a slightly less painful tag. You're not erasing the past, you're updating the file. Plot twist, every time you recall a memory, it becomes temporarily editable for about 6 hours. That's the reconsolidation window. Revisit it while calm, and your brain quite literally overwrites the original with a softer copy. Habit 4. Self-compassion. Not the bubble bath kind. Talk to yourself like you'd talk to a friend whose life is also a mess. Dr. Kristen Neff at UT Austin has 20-plus years of data showing self-compassion outperforms self-esteem on basically every mental health metric. Lower anxiety, lower depression, higher resilience. But here's the catch. Self-compassion isn't bubble baths and treat yourself. It's the harder thing. It's saying, yeah, I messed up. Humans mess up. I'm a human. Moving on, without the 40-minute mental court trial where you're both the prosecutor and the defendant and losing. Habit 3. Cut the rumination loop with novelty. Do one new tiny thing every week. Rumination, that hamster wheel of what if I had just said, is correlated with depression in over 200 peer-reviewed studies. Nolan Hoeksema, Yale. The antidote isn't thinking harder, it's novelty. When you introduce a new experience, a new cafe, a new route, a weird hobby, your brain releases dopamine and activates neuroplasticity. New neural pathways form. The old, well-worn past trauma highway gets less traffic. Take a pottery class. Eat a fruit you can't pronounce. Your past loses its monopoly on your attention. Habit 2. Sleep, you absolute menace. Protect your sleep like it's a Pixar character. During REM sleep, your brain processes emotional memories and strips them of their emotional charge, a process Matthew Walker at UC Berkeley calls overnight therapy. His 2019 research showed sleep-deprived people experienced a 60% amplification of emotional reactivity in the amygdala. So when you're scrolling at 1 a.m. thinking about that one text from 2018, you're not processing, you're sabotaging the only free therapist your brain has. Go to bed. Your past will look 60% smaller in the morning, literally measurable. Habit 1. The therapist's secret weapon. And finally, habit number 1, the one that quietly ties everything else together. Habit 1. Practice radical acceptance out loud daily. This is from Dr. Marcia Linehan's dialectical behavior therapy, used in clinical settings for borderline personality disorder, PTSD, and chronic emotional pain. Acceptance doesn't mean approval. It doesn't mean the thing that hurt you was okay. It means you stop fighting reality as it already is. Say this out loud every morning. This happened. I don't have to like it. I just have to stop arguing with it. Because here's the thing nobody tells you. The past doesn't hurt because it happened. It hurts because part of you is still negotiating with it, demanding a different ending. The moment you stop the negotiation, your nervous system finally exhales. That's not weakness. That's the most adult thing a human can do. So, there it is. 8 habits. No mantras, no crystals, no good vibes only, because pretending you're fine is how feelings move into your spine and start charging rent. Pick one. Just one. Do it tomorrow. Your future self, the version of you that isn't mentally arguing with someone from 2017, is already grateful.